Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, is a land of immense diversity. Hundreds of ethnic groups, languages, and a near-even split between Muslims in the north and Christians in the south and Middle Belt. Yet, beneath this diversity, a devastating conflict rages. Nigeria is now the deadliest place in the world to be a Christian. In 2023, nearly 70% of all Christian martyrs worldwide were Nigerian. Since 2009, over 50,000 Christians have been killed for their faith. Islamist groups like Boko Haram and ISWAP, along with Fulani militants, have unleashed relentless violence, burning churches, targeting Christian leaders, and wiping out entire villages. These attacks are often disguised as farmer-herder clashes, but the systematic targeting of Christians reveals a campaign of religious cleansing. The Nigerian government's failure to act has left millions vulnerable, as militants operate with near-total impunity. For Nigeria's Christians, the right to worship and even to live is under constant threat. For Christians in northern and central Nigeria, daily life is shadowed by fear. Attending church, sending children to school, or farming can be fatal. In 2025, over 170 Christians were massacred during Lent. In Yelawada, more than 200 were killed in a single attack. These are not isolated incidents, but part of a coordinated campaign to terrorize and dismantle Christian communities. Men are executed to leave villages defenseless. Women and girls are kidnapped, facing sexual violence and forced marriages. In Sharia-governed states, Christians are denied education, jobs, and political rights, and churches are routinely demolished. Converts from Islam face even greater danger: rejection, violence, and exile. For many, following Christ means losing everything, yet they persist in faith. The persecution is both physical and systemic, designed to erase Christianity from entire regions. The violence has displaced millions, families forced from their homes, farms, and communities, now living in overcrowded camps with little hope. These camps offer scant safety, food, water, and medical care are scarce, and children's education is often lost forever. The loss of land is a cultural and spiritual wound. Ancestral farms seized by militants, erasing generations of heritage. The displaced are left with nothing to return to, as their land is occupied by those who drove them out. Yet in the midst of loss, faith endures. One survivor in a camp says, "We will worship God because He has preserved our lives." Their resilience is a testament to the unbreakable spirit of Nigeria's Christians. Even in exile, their faith remains a light in the darkness. The scars of persecution run deep. Beyond physical wounds, survivors carry invisible trauma from witnessing and enduring unspeakable violence. The Chibok schoolgirl's story is a haunting example. A decade after their abduction, many remain missing, and those who returned face stigma and rejection. Churches provide food, shelter, and comfort, but resources for trauma care are scarce, and survivors often face exclusion even within their own communities. Despite overwhelming pain, Nigerian Christians gather to worship, sometimes in the ruins of their churches, their songs a defiant hope. Their faith, tested by fire, endures and inspires. They forgive, they rebuild, and they believe in redemption, even amid devastation. Their courage is a lesson for the world. In the ashes of tragedy, their hope remains unshaken. The world's silence on Nigeria's crisis is deafening even as the suffering grows. "I am Nigeria" is more than a slogan. It's a call to stand in solidarity, to refuse to ignore this slow-motion genocide. International pressure is mounting, but action is still lacking. The U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom urges stronger measures to hold Nigeria accountable. This is not about politics, it's about saving lives and defending the right to worship freely. The global church must awaken. If one part suffers, every part suffers with it. Their persecution is our persecution, their tears are our tears. To stand with Nigeria's Christians is not charity, it's family. We must pray, advocate, and give, until the world can no longer look away. I am Nigeria.